What up, what up, what up? This your boy Mario, aka Mr. Hawk, and you are in Hawk Shop Talk. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So today's conversation is gonna be on us. And when I say us, I mean black people, or African American, or Nubian princesses, or African kings, and whatever you may consider yourself. I have always, I ain't gonna say always, I'm lying. I grew up thinking that the black human race is so much superior than any other race. Thought I was big and bad. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna be me. But I didn't understand. I've always been this type of guy that feel like he's like a gorilla just pounding on his chest to make shit happen. And I didn't give a fuck. I'm gonna put it like this. When I was growing up, I was rude, disrespectful. I didn't care what I said, where I said, how I said around anybody. I kind of don't care to a certain extent because I know who I say certain things in front of. But back then, I didn't give a fuck who was around. And I had to understand when I got older that that's not how it worked. And me going to jail is what made me a better person. And you say, well, ain't nobody deserve to be in jail. Well, I'm going to put it like this. Some people need that environment. Maybe not to the extent, but I was the type that like I said in previous podcasts, that I was a bad kid. I was disrespectful. I didn't give a fuck about authority. Authority could suck my ball sack, all that shit. I didn't give a fuck. Like, fuck a nigga, fuck whoever, don't tell me shit, I punch you in your shit. That's who I was. And they used to take us to Scared Straight field trips. We didn't give a fuck because for us, going to these Scared Straight field trips meant, okay, well we might stop at McDonald's, you hear me, or Burger King, or at the park to where we don't have to be in school. And these was things we was excited about. Like literally people be scared, like don't want to go to ISS or whatever they have in your city. You know, they had OCS and in school suspension, basically. That's what it was. And nigga like me and who I used to hang with, we deliberately, if they're saying it correctly, I don't know, y'all hear better than me, deliberately used to go to in school suspension because we knew that we wasn't gonna have to do nothing. The teacher that was in school suspension was funny as the fuck. He was like basically this guy that was so flamboyant, but he was going at the other teachers, the women teachers, but it's like you can tell that he's gay, but he's trying to stop from being gay. He just, maybe he back then he was just like a real big metrosexual. I don't know. He just was really flamboyant. And it was funny to be in school suspension because he would talk stuff to the kids. Like, he would say crazy stuff to us. We would say crazy stuff to him. And long as we knew how to judge when he really was pissed off about something, not to get in more trouble, then he just let it slide. So we knew that if we got in that class, we finna go to in school suspension, and we probably finna go on a field trip to the detention center. Well, no, it was the prison. It was the prison. We never went to the detention. We went to the prison. It was in Winfield Prison. And my first time going, we went, We just sitting there. It's a whole bunch of kids. And I'm telling you, the first time, it kind of shake you a little bit. But once they keep on taking you and you see the same person doing the same skit, you're like, man, this nigga ain't really, what the fuck? So, okay, scenario. You walk into prison. You got to go through all this scan, making sure you ain't got nothing on you, all this other stuff, like you ain't trying to hide something in. So you go to this like gymnasium, cafeteria type situation, if I can remember clearly. And the people that know, they know exactly what I'm talking about because they probably went to on purpose, like me. You get in there and you sitting down and they got a row of inmates. Now, the problem with this is that these inmates, they looking at you like, oh, beat your head. Ooh, No, wrong one. This was the correct one. I'm sorry. I had my finger on the wrong one. The other finger hit what the other finger was supposed to hit, but whatever. You know what I mean? So, after they talking, they got the different inmates standing up saying what's going on. You know, I'm in here for life. I ain't never getting out. Fuck y'all stupid. What the fuck y'all doing in here? You stupid ass niggas. White boy, what you looking at? You know what I'm talking about? Like trying to check you, and then they have like a guard holding back. Like, don't hold me back. I want to fuck him up. He's stupid. He don't understand what's going on. And you said like, first time, like, oh my God, I'm scared. Oh, I got chills. Can y'all get me out of here? He's gonna do something to me. That's how you are. Not me. I was a hard one. You hear me? So then at the end, they get to this big old dude, and I forgot the dude's name was like Mungo or Monster. It was like a big ass, swole, bald head dude. You know what I'm talking about? You like, oh shit, this nigga finna fuck some shit up. So they got fake cuffs on him. So he breaks the fake cuffs and runs straight full speed at everybody. But before he get to him, it's like 4 guards come and catch him before and put him to the ground and put the real cuffs on him. It's like a game. I don't know if the nigga was an inmate or he was a CO. I think he was an inmate that was on, work release or whatever you call the good dudes that's in the good wing. They, you know what I'm talking about? They did what they were supposed to do, been in jail forever. They, you know what I'm talking about, the type. So he does that, and then it's like the warden come or whoever comes and like, man, y'all don't want to be in here. These guys are, people get killed in this jail. They get stabbed and shanked and blah, blah, blah and everything else. I'm like, okay, all right. I don't want to be here. I definitely don't. But after coming back 2, 3, 4, 5, I think I went probably like 6 times. The same thing happened. After that second time, you're like, what the fuck? This nigga doing the same exact thing every time. The same nigga. Nigga, you don't know. What's up, nigga? I done been here already. What's up? You don't scare me. So, and that's me, and I think I was in 6th, 7th grade or something like that. And I stayed in ISS shit. I mean, it was fun. I'd rather that than be in class. You do the same work, or you just say, man, just don't talk, sit there and whatever, and we'll go to sleep. It was just, it wasn't what it was. So, through life, after experiencing that so many times, it just like, I didn't feel like I had any repercussions. Like, fuck it, go to jail. This nigga's faking, so I'm pretty sure it ain't that bad. So I'm like, I'm hard as fuck, nigga. Fuck, I shank a nigga, you hear me? I beat a nigga over the head with a fucking lock in a sock, all that shit. Nigga, I'm ready for this shit. So, fast forward. Years go by. Me and one of my old homeboys, he passed. He got killed in Texas for a drug deal gone bad, I believe. Something like that. I don't really know the details of the story, but he ended up getting killed later on. This is like way later on. Me and him was actually beefing at the time. I tried to run him off the road. He tried to run me off the road in Houston a long time ago. We was beefing over some stupid shit. Because I had beat him up because he said some shit. Okay, so I explain this story. Okay, so me and him, we do some shit. I ain't gonna say because I don't know the statute of limitations, but we do something to get some money. Me and him run away. We go to New Orleans. So we live in New Orleans, doing our thing, Thug Thizzle. We get off the bus, the Greyhound bus, because that's how we got down there. Get off the Greyhound bus. My homeboy that's from there, dad's come pick us up. So he driving us, we going to the West Bank. You hear me? So he turns around. He's like, shit, y'all know how to use a gun? I'm like, no, I never used one before. I touched one, but I never used one at that point. That's how I grew up. These was the guns. But he says, well, you're going to have to learn. Like, the fuck is we finna get into? I'm like, my nigga made it seem like shit, he was in a good area, shit. Daddy gives us both guns. Like, y'all gotta stay strapped, man, because you never know one of these knuckleheads come and knock y'all off. What the fuck? Is it that bad in New Orleans? I'm like, fuck. I'm like, these niggas on some gangster shit. Now, at this point, I'm excited. I'm a hood nigga from a country town, and at this point, I'm like into that what you call it? What is the word? Adrenaline junkie. I love this dangerous shit, you hear me? I want to see this shit go down on God. So we get there. He drops us off at my homeboy grandma's house. That's where he's staying at. He's not staying with his pops. Pops is like big time slanger, you hear me? So go to grandma's house. She's nice. She one of them older women that nails done, hair done, cooking. You can't even tell she a grandma unless you just pay attention, because she walking around that mud like one of them New Orleans. Man, she don't think she no grandma. You know what I'm talking about? The grandpa, you can tell he act like a grandpa, but the grandma didn't. I'm talking about used to cook us all kind of shit. So we down there, you know what I'm talking about, doing our thing. We went down there with nothing. I swear to God, I don't even think we even really, I think I probably had like 2 pair of pants, a couple of shirts. At this time, you know, I'm a junior high dropout or alternative school dropout. I ain't got nothing. My mama done moved. I don't really have nothing. It's like either sleep on the street or get the fuck. And I got the fuck. And then I brought the homie with me. So, you know, we chilling and stuff. And, you know, it gets to a point where, like, females in New Orleans are more upfront. You got to really, hey, whatever you want, you better say. Because if they see through that shit that you bullshitting, they gonna go at you. So immediately after we get down there, I got Reeboks on. At the time, you bet not I had no Reeboks on. Oh, you got them TD Weedies on, them motherfucking Reebok chop, and nobody don't wear no fucking Reeboks, you hear me, and all this other stuff. And they used to call me like chop sauce, and I mean, I didn't even know, I still don't know what the fuck that shit meant. They used to dog me the fuck out because I white t-shirt, because that's all I could afford. Not even Jabos. I forgot what I had on, like some bullshit pants. I was down bad, you hear me? So we got into this thing where we was like, we can't really get a job. We need money right now. The 4th of July was coming up. I remember. Like, okay, we finna go hit a lick. So we go hit this store. Nobody's there. It's not an armed robbery or anything. Statute of limitations is over with, as I say. We go through the ceiling of that hoe. That bitch, we know the store because they sell, like, in New Orleans, a lot of the stores, they sell everything in that bitch. You can get your food, your hair done, your haircut, your outfit, your chain, your earrings, your ears pierced, a tattoo, fucking shooting craps at the back, shooting dice, somebody playing cards. Shit, pig lips, pig feet. They got the cool pops, everything in that hole. And you know, Jabot, this was when Jabot with the straps was in, all that other shit. So I'm like, okay, what the fuck we need to do? So we go through. I'm the mastermind of shit. That's why I'm so good. That's why 7th grade education. I bought a house, nice house with land. Got my shop, got my motorcycle, got everything I wanted. I got eventually. I'm a hustler. So we come up with this plan. Okay, we gonna go through the roof. So they had like you had the air thing, the vent. So we pull that bitch out. That bitch come out because this is my first time ever doing some shit like this. I see things, and that's how I do with my job. I see things before I get to it, and I already know what to do when I get there. So rip that bitch out, hole in the attic. We it had like a shelf where you come in that bit, take all kind of jabot and shit, bags, throw them back up to the attic, to the ceiling. Okay, so get out of that motherfucker, and the alarm go off. Some fucking my homeboy, the one I brought down there, man, fucking up. He wanted some cigarettes and shit. He tripped the alarm. I'm like, what the fuck? So we jump out, but we don't have enough time to get all the way out and jump off and get the fuck. The owner comes, looks through the glass. We looking at him over the top of the roof, and he's looking at the inside. Looking at the inside, he don't see nothing. So I guess the way the angle, everything was, when he looked through the thing, it looked like nobody was in there. So I guess he thought it was a mouse or a rat or some shit. So he turned the alarm off and leave. Nigga, why you did that? We went right back in that bitch. Got Jabot shirts out, man. We had the pink with the strap, the black, the red. This is Cameron era. Pink with the strap, black, camouflage, everything got that bit. Man, we was grabbing so much shit. When I say a nigga was so fly for the 4th of July, oh my God. And had every pair of Jabot ever. I'm talking about we were wearing them bitches, slanging them bitches. Man, it was great. But see, the reason why I beat my homeboy up later is because he was getting picked on by a lot of people in New Orleans. A lot of dudes. They, I guess, seen him and didn't see him as strength. You know, he was a little old dude. You know, you can tell he was looking up to me and my homeboy, and I guess they seen it, so they used to just pick on him. And we was like, man, just fight the niggas, man. Like, they ain't gonna fuck with us like that, but they'll fuck with you like that. So he wouldn't fight him. So one day, man, I like, man, fight me then, nigga. Shit, you don't want to fight them? Fight. I gotta teach you how to fight. So we fight, and I just slapping the piss out of him, like bop 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 bop. He didn't want to fight. He couldn't fight me. Well, he was trying to fight, but he couldn't fight. So fast forward, the reason why me and him got in the fight because he said that I hadn't seen him in a long time after we came back from New Orleans, and we met up, and I seen his brother somewhere, and he said Danny is in town. I'm like, for real? You're like, okay. I'm like, well, we need to meet up then. We meet up, we chilling, and one day he had like my brother's homegirl, which is family of him. And we sitting there talking, laughing and stuff, and he get mad that I'm getting on his ass. Because that's one thing about me. I can roast the fuck out your ass, you hear me? I don't do it no more because I don't really fuck with nobody. But yeah, I could roast your ass back then. I just off the wall shit. So he said something like, nigga, like, I could have killed you back then. And I'm like, the fuck? He said, yeah. While you was laying in that fucking bed, after what happened, whoop-de-woo happened, like I was gonna kill you, but bro, my homeboy from there, I ain't gonna say his name, my homeboy from there, because he's still there. Homeboy from there, he was like, nah, don't do that shit, that's fucked up, that's fine. But they never told me any of this stuff. I never knew. And like 15 years went by. And I just went off. I was like, nigga, I'll beat the fuck out you now. Nigga, shit, do that shit now. I just went like that, like a switch. And this was in my ratchet days. And shit, that nigga ran. I took my clothes, my jacket off and shit, and put it in my car. That nigga ran at me, but he got too scared to hit me. So he just like bumped into me. And I said, nigga, you should have hit me. Ran up on him, beat the fuck out of him. And shit, he started chasing me with a branch. Shit, I picked up a branch and ran up him and whooped his ass with that branch. And the niggas spread it all kind of rumors and shit. So fast forward, we got in Houston, a bunch of shit happened. Me and him rode up on each other on the north side. He was banging on me and shit like that. I'm like, nigga, you banging, nigga? Who the fuck let you get in that fucking gang, nigga? But at the time, I did the same. I was a couple years before him. I had already, went in Houston, came to Houston, got into that shit with the blood shit, and that's what it was. And this nigga just banging and shit, like he was with the Bloods too. So I'm like, okay. But then I noticed who he was, and he seen who I was, so he started peeling out. Like, okay, you stunting now. I'm not that stupid. So we go around the curve, and he just start like he ain't hitting the car, but he faking. I said, oh, for real? Oh, boom! Knocked him off the curb. I drove the fuck off. I ain't see him again until I heard that he had got killed. You know what I'm talking about? But let me go back. I veered off. Let me go back. So we where the fuck was I? So when I get back to that's the reason for the story. Okay, I got it. Let me get the right one. Okay, I got it. So get back to Natchitoches. After a while, my mom called me. We was finna get ready to hit a bank. I swear to God. Me and my nigga was talking about, we seen so many, it's like where we was at, the bank was across the street, and we seen niggas, we walking down, no, we wasn't walking, we sitting by the liquor store, the bank was across the street, we sit at the liquor store, drinking and, hanging out, we wasn't shit, so we wasn't doing shit, we had made money off the jeans, we was trying to set up a new lick, and we were gonna hit that bit. So we sitting at the motherfucking store, and we with this nigga named Bowleg. And okay, well, I'm gonna press a pause on my story to say about this Bowleg. This nigga Bowleg was a fucking killer. Now, everybody in the neighborhood was scared of him, but he didn't really intimidate us. Like, so we would sit by the liquor store, you know what I'm talking about? At the time, was I smoking weed a little bit? No, I don't think I was smoking. I was drinking. I was a drinker. I don't think I really smoked weed. They smoke weed, but I might hit it every once in a while, but that wasn't my shit, you hear me? So, God damn, you know what? I'm fast forwarding. I'm going to tell about this Bowleg story, and I'm going to get this because of this episode, but there's so many stories about me being in New Orleans. I'm going to have to come back and do a whole nother podcast episode on, and we'll get there eventually, because that whole time I was in New Orleans is ridiculous. But the dude Bowleg was a killer. We knew he was killer. Everybody knew he was a killer, but he was cool with us. So, like, he was like our protection. Niggas didn't fuck with us when he was around. At the time, I'm 17, 18. Lil Joe, he like, I think like 18 too or 17. We were young. Danny was like 16. Danny was young. Danny was like 16, I believe. He was like young. So we at the store and we just watching motherfuckers like every couple of weeks we see somebody try to rob that bank. And they get away. They're going there and do what they gotta do, run out that bitch, jump the fence, and be in the hood. They never catch them motherfuckers when they rob that bank. Like, fuck, we gotta do that shit. So I get a call from my mama one day, like maybe a week from us doing the shit, and she said, what are you doing? I said, I'm chilling, mama. I just had a dream you're gonna get killed. I said, what? She's like, yes, I had a dream that something is gonna happen to you. You need to come back home. I'm like, mama, ain't nothing down there. What are you doing down there then? I said, I'm working. Where are you working? Somewhere. No, you need to come back home. I can't. And she started crying. Because I really think she felt like I was going to end up getting killed. And I might have got killed. Because all the dudes I used to hang with in New Orleans, either in jail or dead. It's a few of them. It's only one I even know of that's actually still free. If he's still free. I hadn't talked to him in a while. He may still be free. And I went home. When I went home to nothing. I had burnt so many bridges. You know what I'm talking about? I had burnt so many bridges with my family and stuff. They didn't want to, I couldn't stay with nobody, couldn't live with nobody. Shoot, I was sleeping on at the time, I was sleeping on my grandma's porch. She wouldn't let me in the house. Like, I would have to sleep on her porch and then wait for her to get up in the morning and let me in her house so I can sleep on her couch through the day. And then at the end of the day, shoot, bye. I ain't never had, struggle. I never get back to that. You'll never see me struggle. I would do anything to never have to struggle a day in my life to that point where I have nothing. I can't do it. It was horrible. Winters, all that shit like that, like in the cold, freezing, like, no. Sleeping in the car, like, nah. I'll never get to that again. So, what happens next? So, who's first? So, okay, I run into this dude that I used to run with when I was younger. Me and this dude, nigga named Bruce. I ain't gonna give the last name because the nigga pussy. He's a bitch. On God. I'm grown, but the nigga's a bitch. I'm gonna tell you why he a bitch. So, he was in Tallulah. Me and him, when we were younger, we hit a lick, and we both got caught. And the only reason why I didn't get in trouble because, but it was right before I went to, hold on, was it before? It was, shit. I think we were 13, 14 years old. We hit a lick. We was breaking in like storage buildings, getting like gold chains. Like, if you going negatives on the bypass, like not the bypass, but down 1 South and see a fence around a storage building, we are the reason why there's a fucking fence around that storage building. We were badass kids. So, and we were doing stupid shit. Me and this nigga's the only niggas that I know that stole a boat, went down a river with alligators. The police came and caught us because we had broken the house that the boat belonged to, stole a bunch of shit, and police came in the field. This is the cow pasture. We on the boat going down the river. They start closing in. We jump out the boat in the water and run. Only reason I got caught is because I was taller than him. He dug down, got away, ended up getting caught in front of his fucking house going home. And they had already caught me. Only reason why I ain't go to jail is because the jail, because of my age, I would have been able to get charged with like a adult crime, and they didn't want to send me to the jail. The jail was overpopulated, so they let me go. I got off on that one. I was lucky. They didn't have no room. They couldn't ship me. He ended up getting sent to Tallulah, so he stayed in Tallulah until I seen him when we got older. But this time I came back from New Orleans. So me and him start hanging together, you know what I'm talking about? He telling me about all these different licks, different stuff to hit. I ain't got no money. I don't have anywhere to stay. I'm just a bum ass nigga on God. Like I didn't burnt every bridge, and it wasn't my family fault. It was mine. I fucked it all up. Now I know I fucked it all up. At the time, I hated them motherfuckers. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Eat a dick. That's how I go. Let me do that. All right, cool. Back to the story. So we what the hell? Okay. So we hanging together. He bringing me on to licks he been hitting, and I didn't at the time. I didn't know that he was constantly hitting them. I thought he was like hitting them for once. This nigga was hitting shit before and with me and wanting to go back and hit him again. I didn't know until we got caught. So we hitting like different places. This nigga like anything. Like this nigga took me to his grandma's. Nigga had antique coins. He stole out of a coin shop. Fucking matchbooks for weddings that he stole out of UPS. Like all kind of shit. So we get this big lick. I ain't gonna say what it was. I mean, people know what I did that's from there. So we hit this big old lick. I'm talking about bags of money, all kind of shit. So I'm like, nigga, we rich. We finna get the fuck. We ain't got no cars. We on bikes. We got the bikes hiding. So we walking down the road. I remember this shit like yesterday. We walking down the road from the place that we hit. And I'm talking about we got a bag full of fucking money. I know it had to have been $10,000, $15,000. We hit a motherload lick. And we wouldn't have hit it if I wouldn't have thought about what I just, like I said, I'm a mastermind. I know what to look for when I get in somewhere, in the place. He wanted to hit like the vending machines of the place and steal a coin of the change. I'm like, nigga, if this motherfucker, we got in here this easy, and you don't think to try to check the registers and shit? I'm like, man, we opened the motherfuckers. They had money in every one of them, money bags, everything. I'm talking about we was good. And I can't get in trouble with this because I already been convicted of it. So you tried it. So I did my time for it. We walking down the street, and this motherfucker holds up the bag of money. Man, we got this money. He got a deep voice. Man, we got this money, man. Man, we rich. We finna go do this and do that. Police pass by and see the bag. And I think he glimpsed the money. So he pulls around. I say, man, hey, no, we can't have this money on. Throw that shit across the street. Well, man, they got us. I said, no, they ain't got us because they don't know this shit just happened. Ain't no alarm on that building or nothing. So he just seen something in your hands. Throw it. So he throw the bag. Pulled us over. He run our name. I got a warrant for a seatbelt ticket that I forgot I had in the car with my homeboy, Chris. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, well, that ain't bad. Because I go there, call one of my homies, go get that, come bail me out, they let $100, and we good. He got a warrant because when he got out of jail, he never checked into his probation officer or parole officer. I'm like, fuck. So we go to the police station. He get there first. The motherfucker damn near broke my wrist trying to put me in a cell. I'm like, man, what the fuck? So they put me in the cell. Then they come back like maybe 20 minutes later. It's cold as fuck in the lockup. Put me to the door. He's in there, and he's telling them everything. The only difference is everything he did, he was the watch at, and I was with him. We only hit like a couple of places. He'll put me on all the shit before I even got with him. This nigga had stole the fucking police badge out of the police car at the baseball park while they in front of that motherfucker on the field playing baseball. He put that shit on me too. Only reason why I know is one day I met him. He showed me the fucking bag. I said, nigga, you better get rid of that motherfucker, boy. You get caught with that shit, nigga. That's a Fed charge. So he threw it under somebody's house. But back to this. So he in there snitching. I go to jail. I'm not in there that long. I'm in there like a week, I believe. Then I got my mama bailed me out. My stupid ass. I was stupid. I ain't gonna lie. It's crazy. This shit is crazy. I was so stupid back then. Because I get with this nigga cousin. Has the same last name as him. We hit a clothing store in my city. I ain't gonna say the city. No, I got convicted for it. In Natchitoches. And we get away with it. All kind of shit. Only reason why we got caught is that my stupid ass cousin hung with the dude, came to the house, and asked him, I guess he seen like the bag of shit, and asked can he borrow some of the clothes. Because he seen the bag with the tags on it. He gets something from the dude. The police, he get pulled over for weed or speeding or something the same day, and they see that in the back seat, find out it's stolen, and he tells where he got it from. He snitched. This is my first cousin. But I don't know if he knew I was involved. He knew he was involved, but I think he told on him. But he told on me. So he do that, and they catch both of us. I'm back at jail. So I go to fucking jail. And I'm in there. I'm in there like almost 7-8 months, maybe a year. I don't know how long I'm in there. So I'm trying to play the role. You know what I'm talking? I'm in there with a bunch of niggas I went to school with. It was crazy. I was in there with a lot of people I went to school with. I don't really like these beers, you know what it is, but that's all I had in my refrigerator in my shop. I ain't feel like going and putting nothing else in there and going and get nothing, so that's why I'm drinking it. But I'm in jail, and I done watched enough movies to where I'm prepared. You know what I'm talking about? I'm really prepared. So I go in that bitch, I get a pen. I done seen movies. Get a pen, like a big pen or something like that. Take the metal, the ones with the metal on it, take that bitch out there, melt the top, put that motherfucker in the top of that bitch. Hold on. Yeah. That's how it, no. Is that how it went? I don't remember. It's been a long time. Something about melting it and the concrete, sharpening that motherfucker. So I had like 4-5 of them hoes. So throughout the time I'm in jail, I get snitched on by both of these dudes. Both of them snitched on me. Okay? While I was in there, they got out. Both of them came back before I got out. Put it like that. So I was pissed at the second one, but I really wanted the first one because the first one I heard him do what he did. He snitched. I had like a murder charge bond. My shit was $250,000 when I was in jail. My mama ain't bailing me out. I'm gonna have to wait until I can get out on something. So throughout the time I was in there, when I first got in there, I was like, man, fuck this. Man, fuck jail, nigga. I don't give a fuck about this shit, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. Fuck you. Whatever. Man, I got tortured in that bitch. Man, I'm talking about I was reckless. And then what made it bad is my mama used to be the warden of the men and women prison before they opened up a detention center. So most of the COs that was in there knew her. So they used to just give me the blues. It made it seem like they hated me because they liked my mama. So they would, anything I did in that bitch, to the hole, strip down, mace you down, turn the water off. You got to put your face in the motherfucking toilet because you face burning up. Man, they used to try to get my brother I had 2 brothers in that bitch on both sides. My oldest brother on one side, my oldest brother on the other side. And both of them niggas, man, you ever see a movie where it got like the angel and then the demon, the devil? That's how it was. One of my brothers was about the bullshit. The other brother, man, chill out, D. D, chill out. Man, fuck all that shit, D. Hey, man, calm down. But the crazy thing is, they used to make him try to come in the cell and fight me, but he would only come in there to try to calm me down. Man, D, man, you gotta chill out, man, acting a fool, man. Man, you gonna end up getting another charge while you in. Man, fuck them niggas, man. I don't give a fuck. I'll fuck one of them COs up, nigga. Fuck that shit. Them niggas ain't gonna play me, nigga. Shit. What's up? So I was doing fighting. I was playing cards. We was making like homemade liquor. Man, I'm talking about we was in that bitch acting playing football on the concrete. Man, it was all kind of shit. Like, so the dude gets put back in jail. He gets out. The one that the first one. Come back in there. And through it, like I said, they didn't put him in the dorm I was in. And I was around a bunch of like old school dudes, man, and I had to start sitting back and looking, because I primarily hung around the youngsters that I went to school with, like the other niggas that was getting in trouble when I was getting in trouble in school. So I start to look back, and I'm like, this got niggas in here with murder charges, niggas in here, they got life. Like, I don't understand, nigga, we in pre-trial. What the fuck is all these niggas that really got time in here for? Yeah, one nigga had got raped by some dudes at the like trade school. They had drugged him and raped him, and he came to the school and tried to kill him, and he was in that bitch. Had another dude that they found like dead bodies in his motherfucking deep freezer that had been in jail since my mama was the warden, like for like 20 years. Like a nigga named, old school nigga named Vernon. Had another nigga in that motherfucker that from Oklahoma that was like tied in with some I'm gonna say Mason shit, that they pulled him over, and this nigga had a dead body in his trunk, but that nigga ain't stay in jail. He actually got out. I don't understand how you got out. Man, hey, that nigga had some pull on that side, man, like real shit. The nigga told me before he went to jail, he was like, hey man, I ain't worried about this shit, man. I mean, shit, when I leave, I'm gonna leave you all my stuff. I'm like, nigga, you ain't finna get out of jail, nigga. He said, yeah, I'm gonna get out of jail. I said, shit, nigga, they found a body in your shit, and you were the only driver? You was the only person in the car, nigga, you ain't getting out of it. He like, man, I got pulled. I said, I'm on this Mason shit, man. Like, it got handshakes and all this other shit. I'm like, what, for real? He like, yeah, man, you ought to think about doing this shit, man. I'm like, I don't like to be around a bunch of niggas. I ain't really friendly like that. This nigga go to jail, come back. See him through the glass. I'm going home. Oh, whoa, what? They say, yeah, I'm going home. Like, what the fuck? This nigga is finna go home for real. I'm like, this nigga bullshitting. They come in and call his name. He like, hey, Mario, man, this all my stuff right here. You can put in your locker, man. You can have all this. Nigga had soups, riblet sandwiches, envelopes, all that shit that I can barter with in jail. Gave it all to me. I mean, I've always been a cool nigga. I just didn't fuck with niggas. I'm going to tell you why. I ain't there yet. So he get out of jail. Like I start talking, instead of hanging around them older niggas, I started hanging around a lot of the younger niggas. I started hanging around a bunch of the older niggas. I started just soaking up the game, man. Like, man, you don't want to be in here forever. Blase. This ain't where it is, and this ain't what it is, and you gonna keep on coming in and out this motherfucker. You gotta get your shit together. You gotta get smarter. If you gonna do some illegal shit, you gotta be smart with it. So I just started, everything is on respect, because I came in there bitch disrespectful. I had the nigga that had the nigga in the deep freezer. That nigga was trying to do me something until he found out who my mama was. Then he respected her so much, he gave me some respect. But he was gonna do me something when I came in there with all the fuck shit, because I was like on some, nigga, fuck you, nigga. What you want to do, nigga? Get up out the bed, nigga. All that. I was on that. And I got out of jail, and I just found my respect. But I said this long story that didn't matter, but you see how reckless I was. And when I went to jail, it showed me a lot of stuff to where when I got out of jail, I didn't clean up my act completely right there, but I did get smarter. I did get more respect. I gave people more respect. I started respecting older people more. I started respecting who I was around. I started talking better to people I was around. I understood why, because I never knew why sagging was, they the old niggas, the old bitch ass nigga, you a punk with your pants sagging down to your ass. Yeah, it was that shit. Like, I used to get that all the time. Oh, nigga, you think you a thug. You ain't no thug. Nigga, you ain't shit. Nigga, I spank your ass. Nigga, I had you motherfucking washing my clothes. Nigga, in jail. Nigga, all it. Man. Hey. It's true. Jail can reform you only if you ain't in that that long. If you in there for a little while and, you need to learn the ropes, learn how to be respectful, learn different stuff like that, and you reckless and stuff like that, before you die, maybe your ass should go to jail. But for some of the shit they motherfucking lock motherfuckers up for, it don't make no sense for them to be in there for the time they in there. Like, I understand some stuff with jail, the pedophiles, the molesters. I got one that need to be in there right now. I will find this nigga real soon. That did this shit that he did a long time ago. Not to me, but to my little girl. You're going down for what the fuck you did. But let me get off of that because that's gonna make me emotional and shit. But I learned respect. I stopped sagging. My pants did not fall from below my goddamn hip. I'm a big nigga, so sometimes that's why I wear shorts under, because I don't want you to see my underwear. I'd rather you see my shorts than see my underwear if I bend over or something like that. But I'm not intentionally sagging. It don't even feel right no more. I've been doing it this certain way for so long, it ain't it anymore. I can't even try to sag and be walking around with my and my shorts up all the way. But I learned respect, and it took me a long time. And the older and older I'm getting, it's like people say you get older and wiser, and you start looking with your third eye, whatever the fuck that means. I'm starting to see that as people, we don't understand it. And there's so much generational hate between us that it started off where white people or different races held us back. Now, they're just watching us looking crazy. See? Hey, Bob, do you want to go and ruin this guy's life? Tim, no. Why the hell would we do that? They're doing it themselves. We don't got to do a goddamn thing, but watch these goddamn niggers. For what? Why do we have to do them anything? They're watching us. They don't do. What the fuck do they do us now? They can stop us from getting a job. They can do that. But if we was more unified, we could start our own businesses with each other. We can do all these things ourselves. Yes, there's still a lot of racism in the world. But you can't tell me it's the same amount as in the 60s. We are our own enemies. We are against ourselves. People be like, man, nobody support black businesses and nobody supports black mechanics and black this and black that. I'm going to be real with you, okay? I don't like niggas. And I'm not racist at all. And when I say niggas, it's particular niggas I don't like. I have no problem with good niggas. You want to know what a bad nigga is? I got an example. So, I got my truck. I love my truck dearly. It started knocking. It started like a tap or something like that. And I didn't like the noise. So, I wanted to get I wanted to get some work done to it. So I had my homeboy, you're like, hey, I got my homeboy down in the country, man. He'll fix your shit right up now. Okay. Okay. He didn't sound like that, but I'm just improvising, making it funnier. So, he said, I got my homeboy. He can take care of you, man. He fix everything, man. His daddy taught him. Man, he's a pro at this shit, man. Like, you can tell him what's wrong. He already know what's wrong with it. I'm like, okay, all right, cool. Now, granted, through the years, even when I was in Houston, I had vehicles, niggas always fuck my shit up and didn't want to fix it. So, but it's been a long time. You know what I'm talking about? The ones that, the shade trees I've dealt with, they did me right for the last couple of years. You know what I'm talking about? But I didn't know what, I moved around. I didn't know what nobody was at. So I'm like, okay. Think about it, that's cool. That seemed like it'll become cool. So I go take my ass to bring my truck to him. I'm thinking it's the tapping coming from the top. He says it's coming from the bottom. He like, it's gonna be cheaper for you to just put another motor in it. I go to Houston, pick up a motor. It was a 6.0 and I put a 5.3 in there because it was cheaper. Fuck, it's a cheaper, fuck it. So I go get a used motor. He put the motherfucker in. I mean, I'm going over there to this man's house and me and him having conversations. I'm like, man, this nigga cool, man. Like, real shit, he gonna make sure I'm good. Get my truck back. He didn't tell me that he didn't tell me he had lupus. And did he say lupus? I think he said lupus or some type of disease. And he's sick. I didn't notice he was sick. But my truck is starting to run bad. It's starting to putter. I'm noticing different shit that's broke, different shit that's not connected, screws that not screwed in, exhaust bolts that's not screwed in, man, all kind of stuff. It took me 2 months just to fix my truck all the way back to where it runs like it's supposed to. It was running before. The tapping is gone. Thank you for doing that, but everything else you fucked up. So, that's one example. Now, I want to go back to slavery days. In the slavery days, used to have these fucking bitch ass niggas that worked for massa. Somebody try to escape, that nigga will shoot them in the back and not give a fuck about it because of the perks they're getting. They will do that. Throughout time, it has always happened. Even before, when they first trying to colonize Africa and all this other shit, there were niggas out of the same tribe that was selling their own people to the slave masters or the colonizers or whatever the fuck you call them niggas that come and steal people from. They were sex trafficking in the old days. That shit. They were doing all that shit. And to me, that's where it started. The envy, the hate, the dislike for your own color. Like I said, I dislike certain black, not all black. I love who I am, somewhat. Because, only reason I say that is, but a lot of times I am disappointed and it makes me dislike being a part of a group that just don't get it. Oh man, the white man always fucking us over, man. The white man always doing this. The white man always doing that. You know, I used to be the type that blamed a chick for putting me on child support. and say the government ain't shit, the government ain't this. Yeah, granted they ain't shit, but I can't blame these white folks for capitalizing off of everything we do. It's my fault that I laid down with this girl and had this child. It's my fault that if I get a job, I go into that job and do some nigga shit. It's my job that I'm outside in the back smoking weed on my lunch break when I couldn't wait until I got off to go smoke weed at home. It's my fault that I'm driving down the street. If I got a house, got a girlfriend house, got a cousin house, got a sister house, got the back of the yard, got this yard, you in Louisiana got woods, all that other shit, and you couldn't take your motherfucking ass and smoke there. You got to drive around and smoke weed in a place where it's illegal at. That's my fault. These young niggas so stupid that you stepped on my shoes at the club, nigga. I'm going to get my gack. I don't know. They don't probably say that like that. I don't know what they say. Sticky, stick. What stick? What do y'all say it is? The stick. I heard it on something. I'm too old. Stick, the sticky, the glizzy, the get whatever, the pow, and go shoot somebody. And you know what? The parents at home chilling. Nobody's building these kids up. They so influenced by social media that they don't give a fuck about nothing. They don't care. They don't respect. There's no OGs. I ain't heard about OGs. I ain't heard of OG in 15 years. Do you know your OG? I bet no youngster in these streets know who their OG is. Because they don't got them. If they there, they're not talking. Them niggas don't want to get killed by these youngsters. These niggas don't give a fuck. These niggas ain't got no morals. Only moral they got is, this nigga looked at me wrong, I'm about to go shoot him. You can't go nowhere now. Man, it used to be back in the day, you go to a trail ride, man, we at the trail ride hanging out, chilling, sitting, you know, somebody on the truck, riding a horse. Now, shit. Last time I went to the trail ride, you know what I did? Went to the trail ride, rode my horse through the day. You know, you go on your little trail ride, the hay ride, y'all go take laps and go to this place, come back, barbecue a little bit, look back, the sun, okay, the sun going down. It's time to go. We about to go. I'm not gonna be at this trail ride. These niggas gonna start shooting and fighting. You gotta get the fuck. And then you hear on the news, you hear on social media or something, or somebody call you. Hey, them niggas done shot that bitch up. Man, I'm glad I left. You can't even enjoy yourself no more nowhere. You go to the movies. Me and my old lady went to the movies a couple years ago. I think like 2 years ago. These little youngsters, they in there running and acting a fool in the fucking movies, sneaking in the movies and shit. We in the movies. We come out the movies. They got police everywhere. These niggas done shot the movies up. They even across the street shooting up shit. One woman ain't even at the movies or nothing. They got a bullet went through her windshield. You ain't safe nowhere with these youngsters. And the parents ain't doing shit. Okay, yeah, you could say, well, all these white folks breaking up these families, getting these women assistance, and if they let somebody else stay at the house with them on housing, then they get kicked out and all this stuff. They breaking up the household. They ain't breaking up shit. That nigga ain't want to be with that bitch to begin with. Let me do this. He ain't want that hoe to begin with. He just squirting. Didn't think he was going to have a baby. The bitch got pregnant. He seen she was pregnant. The baby came out. He seen the baby wasn't cute. Didn't look like him enough. He fucking bounced. And now she on government assistance. And then that baby's raised. And the mama just still want to be young, want to go to the club and all that other shit. And now this kid is in these streets killing people. I don't know what nobody don't understand is Louisiana ain't big enough for all this shit to be going on. It ain't. The crime rate is terrible. It's too small. Reason why motherfuckers keep on getting killed, y'all live too close to each other. You can kill somebody in Houston and probably never see them motherfuckers for the next couple of years. Here, you kill somebody, you're going to see their cousin the next day. And this is Louisiana. I ain't just talking about Shreveport or just one particular city. It's a lot of them. In the South, period. A lot of these states ain't that big to get away. I'm just being real. Somebody gonna see you. And these niggas need to learn how to shoot. I'm never gonna respect these motherfuckers for killing somebody innocent, but I would respect it more if you motherfuckers hit your target. I'm gonna be real. I don't care if these niggas kill each other. As long as you don't kill motherfuckers that ain't got nothing to do with it. Which one you want to do? Either or. You rather them kill the intended target or the unintended target? Because the same thing gonna happen. That nigga gonna come if he don't. This is back and forth. They don't shoot the motherfucker, then he go and try to shoot them, kill somebody else that don't belong to be dead. It's just like back and forth. Ain't nobody getting killed that's meant to get killed. I just don't understand. We as people hate each other so fucking much that we're willing to do the white folks' job. Because believe it or not, they ain't doing nothing to us now. But I bet they glad we're doing it to ourselves. Because really, we could literally take over the world. Hip hop, rap, R&B, we are infused. Our culture is so infused in everything, every part of life now, that we could take over. The clothing? Are you fucking kidding me? People wear everything we wear for style. I'm being real. White folks don't know how to dress like that. Nothing against them. I'm just saying, they mimic us. They have always mimicked us. You know how many movies I watch where they got this old ass white lady listening to old school hip hop, old school R&B? Like, I knew this one old woman when I was young. Me and my homeboy, we went to a house, I-O-U. We went in, she was in that bitch listening to Mystical, rapping the whole song. Look on the wall, she got baby pictures, grandkids, puppy that died, lit poodle, dog. She old woman, white woman, but she like that black meat. You hear me? But what I'm saying is, if we can just get the fuck out of each other's way and learn how to get together and stick together, like, we can create so many fucking millionaires, because people gonna try to bite us and mimic us and live through us and do this for so long. Like, we have so much power now and we don't even know it, and we can't even do shit about it. We can't do a motherfucking thing about it. But I am out of time. I got stuff to go do. Probably go get some Southern Classic. If you don't know what that is, then you stupid. But I'm about to go get me some Southern Classic, go eat and stuff. But I just had these thoughts. I wasn't even gonna do another podcast for another couple days, but I just had to get this out. I hope y'all enjoy this shit. You hear me? Support your boy. If not, cool. This may not be for you, but it may be for somebody else. Fuck it. I'm out. This is your boy Mario, a.k.a. Mr. Hawk, and you are in Hawk Shop Talk. And I'm going to catch you later. Peace out.